It's Hualalai Resort, the Mitsubishi Electric Championship. 41 of the top senior players, the top Champions Tour members, had to earn their right to play in the tournament. Beautiful setting here at Hualalai Resort. Hualalai at historic Kaupulehu. Aloha, I'm Emily T. Gail, and it's another Talk Story Hawaii. We're out at the Mitsubishi Electric Championship, the 18th year, and I'm pleased to be with Kelly Fleer, the tournament manager for 18 years.
Aloha, Emily. It's a privilege, and I'm proud to be part of this event since it started in 1997.
Well, it is matured. Let's talk a little bit about that from day one to this 18th year.
Yes, it has. I remember the very first year, Emily, all we had was we had the hotel, the row of condos here on the 18th green, and one spec home. And now I believe there's only over 300 homeowners here at Hualalai. So you can see how the resort's expanded. In addition, our field has expanded. In the early days, we would generally have a field of 17 to 18 to 20 players. In the last 3 years, we've exceeded 40 players. So the more the merrier.
It's amazing. What's so nice about it is some of those players that were here 18 years ago, Hale Irwin, Larry Nelson, a few others, are still playing in the Mitsubishi Electric Championship at Hualalai, but there's 9 Hall of Famers this year.
That's right.
There's a number of players that they come right off the PGA Tour now, and they can't wait to play on the Champions Tour, and they have to earn the right to play in the Mitsubishi Electric Championship at Hualalai. What a strong field, and it sure was witnessed yesterday in the first round, wasn't it?
Well, that's for sure. Rocco Mediate and Dan Forsman are all tied up at 9 under par after one round, and I certainly expect the leaderboard to change frequently because this course, they love it. They make a lot of birdies, a few eagles, and you may even see a hole in one. But I do expect to see that leaderboard revolve, and Mitsubishi Electric sponsors those scoreboards, so keep your eyes on those scoreboards today.
Well, Kelly Fleer, tournament manager here at the Mitsubishi Electric Championship at Hualalai. You mentioned the Mitsubishi Electric scoreboards. They're very high-tech. They're just beautiful. They not only put the scores out in real time, but they have lots of little factoids about the players and about the tournament. And the thing about it is 18 years ago, all of that was done with a pencil and a tablet.
Yeah, we used to have a calligrapher that came every year, and unfortunately, that's probably a dying art. But with technology, the PGA Tour keeps up with technology, and so does the Champions Tour. And, these scoreboards that we have are LED scoreboards. They're the same boards that you see at Dallas Cowboy Stadium, Yankee Stadium. And, of course, Mitsubishi Electric's been the pioneer and the leader in that field.
Well, let's talk about how that happens, that real-time scoring, because it's also the way the tournament has become so successful is over 400 volunteers organized by the Rotary Club of Kona, gather volunteers from across the state, and many people come from the mainland that work on PGA and Champions Tour events in the mainland to be volunteers. It's a long week for all of them, but they're the ones that are walking around with their I think it's called templates.
Yes.
And they put the document how many shots they've hit, how many putts, their drives, everything, and that turns into the real-time scoring, not just on the scoreboards, but on the internet, and becomes the stats that the PGA Tour uses.
Yes, it's all internet-driven now, so the live score, let's say Fred Couples makes a birdie on the 10th hole, within seconds that information's sent through the system to our scoring truck, and it goes out on the internet, not only to the domestic United States, but all over the world, to over 150 countries for television purposes. But you can also go on the internet, log on to pgatour.com/MEC, and then follow the scores live with any of your favorite players. You get a total leaderboard instantly.
So, Kelly Fleer, you always arrive here, you're here throughout the year. You're from Maui, but you're a big islander to all of us. But the logistics of putting an event like this together, people don't realize. I always say, watch the players, but watch what's happening behind the scenes. Look at all the ropes, the TV cables, everything that goes on out there. So this morning when I walked up, you were all having a little not a get-together. It was like a board meeting out here in front of the clubhouse with Brian Brian Goyne, the tournament director, Pete Rolfing, who sets up the logistics, a whole handful of your crew. And so, while it looks like it's running smoothly, there's always so much to be taken care of. Talk a little bit about that preliminary work that goes on to set this tournament up.
Well, I come over about 3 weeks prior to the tournament, and we set up all of our temporary office structures, all of our operations headquarters for our ops, and then our crew. Many of them are over at the Hyundai Tournament of Champions at Kapalua, and then they arrive, and they've been doing this for a long time, Emily. So, we're so confident. They go out, they know exactly what to do. And of course, our goal is to get the course tournament ready by Sunday, the Sunday prior to, to the championship round. So when our sponsors and VIPs and the players all arrive, they get a finished product right at first glance. And so that's the goal. Of course, this is probably the most beautiful golf course in the world, at the #1 resort in the world. So that helps. We don't have to do a whole lot of dressing up, let's put it that way, or put a lot of makeup on. That's already here. The beauty of the pure green grass against the backdrop of the jet black lava is something you don't find at other Champions Tour events. Each event on the Champions Tour has its own personality and its own character, but I think this is to start the year in Hawaii, to start the year at the #1 resort in the world, to start the world with 41 great champions, 9 of which are in the World Golf Hall of Fame. I don't think it gets any better than that.
A Ryder Cup captain, Tom Watson, who's also a resident here at Hualalai. Lanny Watkins, there'd be 10 Hall of Famers because he's in the booth. He's doing the broadcast. And when you talk about your crew, we talk about Mitsubishi and everybody that does so much to make this a quality event. But right here at the resort, Hualalai Resort, John Freitas, the general manager of Hualalai Golf Club, Brendan Moynihan, the director of golf, he's out playing as a marker today, which is what they do when there's one odd number, so he's playing this morning.
Yeah, Brendan played yesterday with Mike Reed, and he shot a 69.
No kidding.
Wow. With the bogey on 18, he missed a short putt, so he could have shot 68. If he was really in the tournament, he would have been in 17th place. So all the Champions Tour pros were needling him after the rounds.
Maybe you'll have visions of going out to qualify for the Champions Tour.
That's what they're saying. You better keep an eye on this Irish kid from Hualalai.
Now, that's unusual that somebody that isn't part of the tournament of the Champions Tour, but what happens is they make sure that somebody's playing with that last player because it was an odd number, 41. Is that what that's about?
The player has the option. The player can play alone, or he can choose to have what we call a marker. And, I think for a lot of players, the reason they're playing alone is because they came in last place. They had the highest score after round 1. So sometimes it depends on how they feel. Maybe they might want to play alone. But I think out here the atmosphere is so friendly that the obvious choice is to have a marker and enjoy what happens, what unfolds out there on the golf course. And Brendan has got such a great personality. And Ben Crenshaw loves Hawaii, so I'm sure they're going to go out, kick it around, have fun, talk story, and they'll have a great day.
And meanwhile, his crew does such a great job here down at the clubhouse, the assistant pros and the guest attendants, and John Freitas and his crew. Who else? Robert Whitfield from Four Seasons, Pat Fitzgerald, the CEO of Hualalai Resort.
Certainly
Kahu Billy Mitchell.
Certainly the resort employees, but the real heroes, unsung heroes here are Earl Sanders, Dan Husick, the golf course superintendents, and about 40 to 50 of one of the greatest grounds crews you could ever imagine. And we work closely with them. The greens are impeccable. Earl told me earlier in the week if I find a weed, he's going to give me $100 bill.
I actually saw Earl out here the other night, late in the evening, walking around looking at the 18th green, really fine-tuning the green. So you're right. And for 18 years, the players have had nothing but nice things to say about this golf course. It's a quiet day today. It's the second round of the Mitsubishi Electric Championship at Hualalai. Some low scores yesterday because no wind. If a little wind blows, it changed the whole picture out here as far as the competitive nature of the event. It's competitive anyway, but the wind really throws in a different variable, doesn't it?
The wind does, but most importantly, This is an event on the tour that you can get up close and personal with the players. It's their first event of the year. They've been off for 2 months. They're antsy to play. They're competitors, and that will never change because it's in their blood. But to come out and see 41 of the best players at their craft, I don't care whether it's fixing cars, dentistry, rocket science, whatever it is, to see the best in class of their profession is exciting. This is Major League Sports, Emily. It's Major League Sports right here in the Big Island.
And what I love about it is so many of us watch these players grow up through the PGA. So we really feel like we know them in some way. But better than that, we've gotten to know so many of them. The volunteers, people that work here, everybody makes friends with them. Some of them, J. Don Blake brought 26 or family members last year. Steve Elkington. A lot of the players bring a lot of family members. And this afternoon, this arena here, it's early morning here, the second round of the Mitsubishi Electric Championship at Hualalai. But by the time they start coming down to the 18th hole here, the fairways will be lined with spectators, and this arena here where people can sit so comfortably and watch this wonderful golf coming into the 18th hole.
Oh, no doubt about it. And our final award ceremony following the last putt, before we crown the champion, Nani Lim brings her halau, Traditions Hawaii, and they actually do ancient hula dances. And so we want to fit the culture in. We want to mix it appropriately with the golf tournament, and that's just part of the recipe here. It's not just golf. It's not just a beautiful resort, but we want people to understand Hualalai. We want them to understand our sport. And when we mix them all together with the great employees, the great people here, and we sprinkle in a little aloha spirit, we have an outstanding, beautiful, wonderful, tasty dish.
And what a nice touch. Earl Rigador, who's head of the Cultural Center here at Hualalai Resort, he said he gets a lot of the guests that come in and are very curious and want to know. They're eager to learn about the Hawaiiana and the culture. So
That's
Kelly
right.
Fleer, tournament manager of the Mitsubishi Electric Championship here at Hualalai. Some last comments, Kelly, to our community, or anything that's on your mind you'd like people to know?
Well, the charitable contributions to our local charities is important to us. And I'm happy to announce that next year, we expect after this year to exceed the $1 million mark for local charities here on the Big Island over an 18-year span. And the Big Island, as big as it is still somewhat of a small town, rural atmosphere.
Yeah.
So $1 million goes a long way. Our charitable charities are the Rotary Club of Kona Foundation, the Daniel R. Sayer Foundation, which helps the firefighters here in the county purchase rescue equipment, and also Big Island Junior Golf. We want to perpetuate the game.
And the Rotary Club of Kona Community Foundation does such a great job of dispersing those funds. I mean, they've done the kidney machine up at the Kona Hospital. They've done the Maka'eo walking jogging path at the Maka'eo Community Park. They've refurbished the soccer fields, lots of scholarships. The list goes on and on and on. And service above self is the motto of all Rotary clubs. And it isn't just Rotarians that come out here and volunteer. They get people from all walks of life, but it's under the umbrella of the Rotary Club. And what a wonderful job Chris Hazard, Larry Webb, and all their chair people do in not just getting volunteers, but keeping the volunteers. They come back year after year because it's such a rewarding experience for them.
They bring their A game every year,
Yeah,
Emily.
they sure do. So Kelly Fleer, the tournament manager for the Mitsubishi Electric Championship. We're here in the second round, and it's going to be a great day. We expect some big crowds and certainly some great golf. Rocco Mediate is leading at 9 under. A couple people bunched up there. Dan Forsnight, -8.
No, he's -9
he's
too.
9? Oh, okay. I missed that.
We got a tie.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be a tie for long.
Okay, and then a bunch of them bunched in there. It was really fun to see.
Freddie
Fred
Couple.
Funk had a good round.
Fred
Couples, J. Don Blake.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of good rounds out there. So, Kelly Fleer, it's always a pleasure.
Thank
and
you.
We talk about the friendships we all make, and we've made a nice friendship over the 18 years. It's really
No
been a
doubt
pleasure
about
working
it,
with
Emily.
you.
You too.
Thanks so much, Kelly.
Okay, thank you.
We both say
Aloha.
Patrick Fitzgerald, he was on the team. Who would you play with the other day? Brian.
I played with Bart Bryant,
Yeah.
and I played with Mark Wiebe. So I had the opportunity, thankfully, to play both days in the program.
Well, you were high-fiving in the West Hawaii today. They caught your picture. Did you guys have a good pro-am day?
I was lucky enough to make birdie on 18, so,
And
that was the high five. So
Okay.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, just a kind of a message to our community about everybody that comes out and supports the event, the volunteers.
We're more thrilled. We actually did the most tickets I think we ever sold for the event ever. So it's been incredibly successful. We love the charities that the monies go to. It's a true community event that everybody in Kona supports, and thanks to everybody for doing that.
And we talk about this event as being a great fundraiser for the community Rotary Club of Community Foundation and Big Island Junior Golfers, Daniel Sayre Foundation. But year-round, Hualalai Resort does a lot of fundraising. You got your Hualalai Ohata Foundation, which raises money and does a lot of good for a whole lot of people, and the run and tennis tournament and golf tournament, everything for cancer. And I always say, it's amazing how much over the course of a year, how much money is raised for Big Island charities and because of this resort.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that, but we want to be a true partner in the community.
Yeah.
And we believe in all the charities, and we think local is very important. So we're happy to support everybody around our property and in town, and thankfully we're able to do that.
And we've always like to remind everybody we're all welcome to come out here and have dinner and enjoy the Hualalai Grill, and so it's
Peachtree and Ulu and all those great restaurants.
It's all part of us, not just on this weekend, right?
Thanks, Emily.
Thanks, Patrick.
Appreciate
So okay. Jay Radzevitz from the Learning Center of the Golf Channel, and we were just chatting here. I asked, hey, let me hear what you had to say about your visit. You got a couple rounds of golf in. Your father-in-law was here. Maureen's here. Your son's name is Andy? Andy, yes. Okay. And you got a chance to get back up to Nanea after you did a nice show for the Learning Center.
We were up there for their clinic, their youth clinic for the Hawaii Junior Golf Association, and that was as good as ever. This is my 10th trip here to the Big Island for the Mitsubishi Electric Championship at Hualalai, and they just keep getting better and better.
Well, and you guys, you and Dave Marr and all of you, and Mark Rolfing, your sense of loving being here reflects in all the work you do while you're here.
Absolutely. We go to a lot of places, a lot of great places throughout the year, but this is number one.
Yeah, well, it's always good to see you. And where are you off to next?
Home next for a couple weeks,
okay.
And then the Champions Tour goes down to South Florida for the Allianz Championship in Boca Raton, and then the Ace Group Classic across the way to Naples.
So how many weeks a year are you on the road?
26 this year.
26, okay.
Yep, 26, including a stop in Wales this
All
year
right.
for the Senior British Open.
Oh, great. Well, I always enjoy getting your wife Maureen's newsletters on the Champions Tour update. So, Jay, great to see you. I'm sure you got a long afternoon yet.
Great seeing you.
Okay, take care. Aloha. The J. Don Blake family that came this year.
It's just the 6 of us, just a small group.
Okay, so give us the names again.
Miranda and Riley. Miranda's J. Don's youngest. And then my 2 girls, Jordan and Malia, and my husband, Cody, and I.
Okay.
That's it, just the 6 of us.
The support crew for
And
J.
then,
Don
of
Blake
course,
and Marcy.
Wife,
Marcy, who got to walk this year. She usually caddies.
Yes,
but
she did get to walk.
Cody is caddying this year. Yeah.
Cody caddied, and he's caddied quite a few events this year, and he enjoys every second of it.
Did you have fun in Hawaii this year? Did you get into the ocean?
She did the ocean.
Oh,
she
cool.
did snorkeling. She
All
did
right.
longboard. She did
Great.
paddle boats. She did it all.
Love it. Love hearing
The
that.
slides.
Okay.
We sit up at the Waikoloa Hilton.
Right.
So they.
Oh, yeah,
they
so you
had
got
a
in the. Okay,
blast
great.
up there.
Saw the dolphins and stuff.
Yes,
Great.
Miranda and Riley swam with the dolphins and did
okay.
the kiss the dolphins. It's great.
So you were with our friends, Jay, Don Blake, and family. But this is a good friend, Amy Rosato. Yeah.
Thanks for following today. I appreciate your support. We do.
Kathy and Roger. Hey, Kathy. Emily, yeah, I saw you in Detroit and last year. Welcome back.
Thank you.
And we'll be able to say welcome back next year too.
I know. We're so lucky.
Which is so great. Yeah.
And anyone's lucky to be on this side.
You had a nice day with Jay Don and Marcy and everybody.
He's so great to play with.
Yeah.
Roger enjoyed it.
Good. And how was today? I didn't notice how Roger
It's
did.
tricky out there, but he finished 8 under. Yeah.
Okay.
So we've just
Hey,
had
Roger. See you next year, hey?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Aloha.
Roger and Kathy Chapman. Roger, one of what? Four guys that won 2 majors.
Yeah.
Is it just 4? Who else won 2 majors in 1 year? Let's see, Nicholas.
Nicholas and Flyer.
Okay, Roger. Roger Chapman. Good to see you.
English continues. There you go.
So, Marcy, was it a good few days? Good week?
It was great,
Yeah.
and we are grateful and so happy to be here.
Good.
Thanks for everything.
Marcy, J. Don Blake's caddy usually, but a significant other and wife and mother and friend and everything, and friend of many of us here on the Big Island as they've left their aloha as they move through the week.
We had a great time.
Oh, good.
Chick was so wonderful. He walked with us for 3 days.
I know, he's a
straight.
trooper, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
He's such a sweetheart. He's such a sweetheart.
And hey, J. Don.
Hello. Aloha.
Aloha.
How we doing?
Good, so a little better today, huh?
How you doing, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Birdies. Too many bogeys, though.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Go grab them a couple.
I know at the beginning,
Yeah. Right over there.
So Chip Kunitaki walked all 3 days with J. Don.
Yes, he did.
And he's out there
What a
being
supporter right here.
Not only that, but
Great supporter.
they're getting pretty savvy about golf.
Learning some, huh?
Yeah.
wonderful day.
Yeah, it was
Wonderful
a good
week.
day. It was. Very
More
nice.
people should come out and join this guy.
Yeah. Well, they do every year. We get a few more people out here, and what's nice about it is it's not so many that you can't get to know people.
Exactly.
And that's a nice
Everybody's
touch.
friendly. Everybody's out here.
Yeah,
getting to meet
and you know that
friends,
from the
new
different
people.
tournaments. This one is a little more intimate than a lot of them
Yeah, it
for
is.
just that reason. Yeah,
Very
it's
nice.
great.
Thank
Okay.
you very much.
I had a wonderful time with the Blake family.
I know you
Every
did.
year,
I can tell
every
by
year.
the smile on your face and that. Well, you've always got a smile, but the enthusiasm. It's really fun to see you get so enthused. Now, I don't know if you know, J. Don and Marcy, that Chick had not been out here at this property since he was a kid when he used to come throw nets with his dad and fish.
He told us about that when
Yeah.
we walked around.
So to come out here and start to appreciate. All right. Hey, that
J.
with your
Don
collection.
Follow him, everybody.
Yeah, follow him. Yeah, and his son Patrick. How'd they do in the basketball game? How'd Patrick do?
I texted him to find out how they did, but he never.
Because it was the state championships, wasn't it? Hi, you guys. How are you? Did you have fun? You stayed at the Hilton this year, huh?
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, great. Well, see, you've really gotten the taste of it. You stayed in town last year and then staying up there this year. That's cool.
It was awesome.
Great. Good to see you.
to see
Practice
you.
your shaka? Have you been working on that? All right.
I want to do it.
But we'll tell him it's from you. We'll get him something at the.
Yeah.
We'll get him laced and tell him it's from you.
Next
Okay.
year, maybe you got a time come
Yeah,
out.
we'd love to go.
We would love that.
Yeah.
Love to go do that.
I know I want to do that as well. So
And
next
and
year-
when you came in, I said, was he 12 under? And Coy said, no, 11. And I said, oh, he bogeyed the last hole. Well, even Coy's getting savvy about golf.
He's learning too.
So lots of fun. Amy, you had a good time?
We had a wonderful time.
Yeah. So Amy and her son Matt.
Matthew, Caddy, I mean, was a standard bearer last year for you.
I was so shocked. I saw Matt yesterday, and he was about 6 feet tall. And last time I saw him, he was about 4'10".
Yeah, he's right behind us.
Great. Blake, the caddy for J. Don, right?
Marcy, yes.
I mean, Marcy did for
His
J.
wife,
Don.
Marcy.
And this year it's Cody, and came with his wife and daughter.
That's right.
And
2 daughters.
how was your day? How was the week?
It's been a great
Yeah.
week. It's always fun here. So we have a good time.
And how
The
often do you
kids love
caddy
it.
for J. Don? How do you guys decide who's going to do?
I've been the last few years kind of been doing mainly majors and
Okay.
some of the other ones.
Uh-huh.
Anywhere from maybe 6 to 10 tournaments a year.
Okay.
And Marcy does most of them.
Great. Fun to have that learning how you work together and everything. Are there
Yeah.
things that you learn with each tournament that?
Yeah, I love it. Mainly we have fun. We stay relaxed and we talk about football and
Is that
things
right?
of
Oh,
golf.
great.
And then when it's time to hit the shot, we kind of get back to it. But,
Yeah.
but I do. I learn a lot from it.
And what a wonderful way to spend time with your father.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Yeah,
cool?
That's great.
Being out there together. Because when you were a little kid, when he was on the PGA Tour, right?
Well, and actually, I'm his son-in-law.
Okay.
So I married his oldest daughter, Jamie.
And how long were you and Jamie together?
We've been married for 11 years, but we
Okay.
were together for about 5 years before that.
Okay,
So I've been around
even
him
still,
since the
okay,
PGA
great.
Tour, yeah.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
And how fun for him too.
Yeah. We have a good time.
You can tell it. You guys have just a really holistic attitude about the sport and where you are and what you're doing.
Yeah.
So thanks for all your aloha.
Appreciate it.
Okay, Cody. Take care. Aloha.
How far is the drive from here to farm? 40 miles. And how long does that take to drive?
Oh, you'd be down on the farm within 40 minutes, half hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's in a sweet little town that you want to know about. Next trip.
Up in the
Yeah,
mountains?
yeah.
So is it raining?
No. No, it's beautiful. Very local. You'd like it. Next year. Next year.
Well, we love your coffee.
Fun back in the days, yeah.
So,
So
what
here
do
we
you
are.
think of
I think it's
of the week?
another great week here in Hawaii. And,
Yeah.
I'm not unhappy with the
I
way
guess I
played.
would think not.
I didn't play particularly well today, but how can you not enjoy?
And you had 69, 69. I didn't see how you ended up today. 71. Okay. It's a nice way to start the year anyway.
My putting was a little off this week. My reading the greens more than anything else, and then I lost confidence. But I hit the ball okay. So not unhappy.
I got to tell you, Hale, watching you with your granddaughter, Tatum, is that her name?
Oh, Tatum, yeah.
Oh, my God.
She's kept me on my toes.
It's wonderful to see.
So
It's cool.
She has the aloha spirit. So
Yeah, well, I wonder where she got that from.
her father and her mother probably. Okay. Thank
Take
you.
care. Nice to see you.
Off to a great start. It certainly felt like my game is, it's solid. It needs some refining. A couple of drives were a little wayward yesterday. It caused me a little backup. But
Let's backtrack a little bit. You were 8 under, 8 under day one?
1 over 5 under.
One over 5 under. Wow.
Yesterday was disappointing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That happens. That's golf. And I learned from it. Today I felt like I was playing pretty well. So hopefully today I get out.
And particularly playing on the heels of having a rough day yesterday to be able to kind of dig down. That's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah,
we should all learn about something from that. So.
That's the game, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Well,
First day I had 25 putts. The second day I had 35 putts.
And isn't that a
It's
message to all of us, recreational golfers? that-
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
You gotta stay on that putting green, work on that putting. But some days they just don't fall. That's just the way it goes.
Right. Well, Dan Forsman and family, it's always so good to
Mahalo
see you.
as well.
Yeah,
Thank
it's been
you.
great,
Thanks
Dan.
for all you do
Yeah,
for the
take
tournament,
care.
for junior golf, and all.
Oh, yeah, take care. This is Russ Cochran and Fred Funk here.
Thank you.
Fred Funk.
You got some leverage now.
Yeah. Had a good day. What they start the day at?
9 and 7.
9 and 7. Okay, so
Up and down and few.
okay.
few missed putts,
Did they
few
seem
good putts.
did they seem happy with their round?
They were pretty happy with it.
So they were both 3 under today. Oh, no. Oh, one was 5 under. Who was 7 under?
Cochran.
So he was 5 under today.
Yeah, so he was.
Oh, good.
He was getting in there. And, that last one, I thought it was in.
And what's your name? Chris?
I'm Ken.
Ken. Hi, Ken. Aloha. And John, how many years you been doing this, John?
Pardon me?
How many years you been doing this?
I think this is 7th.
Yeah, right here, Mr. Aloha.
Indeed. Kent, my fearless companion, I think he's got 15 years.
Really?
there.
What's
Yeah.
his name?
Kent.
Kit.
Kent.
And Kit has 15 years. Hey, Kit. Hey, Fern.
How many years for you? No? 12.
Right here in this. Have you guys been here together?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice when it's the same people in volunteer capacity, so they're familiar with it. Like I put Bill and Nancy in the press room 18 years ago, and when people come back, they know what to do. They get to know the people, because a lot of the same people come up for autographs, things like that.
Can you tell why they chose us for security?
Your sparkling personalities.
And rotund.
I think it's your gentle nature.
Take the 2 biggest guys and send them out.
I think it's the 2 biggest guys with a gentle nature that can do it in a gentle way. Good to see you.
Fun to be here.
You too.
tell me about. He's a ornithologist, so he knows all about stars.
If you need any help,
Yeah.
you got my phone number.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Russ.
Thank you.
And don't forget about saying hello.
So Russ, third and final round here at the Mitsubishi Electric Championship. Nice round. Happy with that?
Played well.
Yeah.
It was a kind
500
of a
today.
Kind of a tournament of lack of putts for me. I made a 14-footer. It was my long putt
Yeah.
for the week. You're not going to do much damage with that.
And here at Hualalai, when
Played
it's
pretty
not
well.
windy, it's all about putting, isn't it?
It's a great spot. The greens were really good. I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board because they definitely, obviously, you can tell with the score, lots of putts being made. So
Yeah.
Didn't
And
play
was
the way
it,
I wanted to.
was it 3 years ago you were in the winner's circle here?
I did not win, but I was. I had a good round that
But
first
what year
round.
was it?
Yeah, 3 years.
3 years ago you won, yeah. Remember that well. And so your status would be, your exemption this year was?
I won a couple of events this year, and I was also a major winner.
A major, so you got how many more years? A couple of years left?
About two more years. But my
All
wife
right,
says
well,
I got to win.
Hey,
so.
all right, yeah, great. Okay, I think that's a good idea, eh?
Yes, exactly. I want to come back.
What's your first name?
Jackie.
Jackie. You know, Rush, what a
Yes.
nice guy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My oldest son caddy, so it's fun for him too.
Yeah, I remember, I think, didn't he caddy, was he on the bag 3 years ago?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, great. So how'd you feel about that third and final round here, Fred, at the Mitsubishi Electric Championship?
Well, the last 2 days I played the par fives like caca,
Oh, yeah.
and that really hurt me. So I didn't get those. I mean,
in the sense of no eagles or no, or
No, I
do you
didn't
actually
make any-
bogey any of them?
no.
Okay, but you should have.
I played the last 8 par fives 1 under.
that's
The
nice.
first day I played them 5 under for 4 of them.
Wow, that's,
So it just
Great birdie to finish there.
gave everything away, but
Yeah.
it was a satisfying finish.
yeah, okay. Well,
Here you go.
and Fred, what's your status, your exemption status for this tournament?
For this tournament?
Yeah.
I won a couple years ago twice, and I won a major.
So you have how many years left on your
I don't
major?
know.
5 years.
To tell you the truth.
Okay. Look
Well, I
that up.
got,
At least we know we'll see you next year, huh?
I'll definitely be here next year.
Okay.
for sure.
Are you getting that winner's circle?
Yep.
And
All right.
good to see you.
Thanks.
Take care. So J.R. DeGroot was out here, did a wonderful job on behalf of West Hawaii today, covering the Mitsubishi Electric Championship at Hualalai, and golf isn't his first choice, a sport of choice, but boy, you sure, I was reading your story today, JR, and you just, I mean, even your language and the flow, obviously in the last couple of days, you've really picked up a lot of knowledge. Of course, you have so much knowledge anyway of sports and everything, but real specifics. Talk about it starting from the first day, coming out and starting to get acquainted with people. And
The Hawaii State Open helped a little. And, you know, Phil has been just great, helping me along the way with his media notes and stuff. And just being around the tournament all day for 3 days, you learn some stuff. So it was a nice little weekend getting to know golf, and hopefully I'll do more of it going forward.
And some of the people, it was fun to kind of lead you. Hey, there's Brad. Come on, Brad. It was fun to lead you to certain people, you know, in terms of, I think just getting to know Mark Rolfing and some of those other people is going to be beneficial. It's always good for all of us, I think, to know all the different
forward.
people. Yeah.
A lot of faces. They're not going to match up the names for the next few years.
And I've known JR for a long time, so it's a lot of fun to see his work. I'm not surprised that it's really enjoyable to read, really. Was it Arizona State?
Yeah.
Arizona State. And had some nice stories about when he was in journalism school, going covering the Brewers.
Yeah.
And it was one of your assignments for a month.
Yeah, they put us in the spring training locker room and got to know some of the pros. Ryan Braun was there when he was going through the steroid allegations and gave his press conference on how he didn't do it, and then later in the year got suspended. So.
Right. I was just going to ask, was it when he first was profusely denying? Or?
It was the second time he was profusely denying.
Right.
But,
yeah. And Brad was out here shooting. You got some nice shots there, Brad?
Hopefully.
I remember the first year you were out here, you were going like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. But you've become pretty seasoned, haven't you? Brad Ballesteros, you see his photo byline, photo credit?
Been doing it for maybe 5.
Yeah, I remember that first year though, when you came out, and you're getting pretty knowledgeable about golf and the players. And when to shoot and when not, things like that.
That was
right?
a hard lesson to learn.
I could tell. I remember that first couple of years, like, when is it okay, or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But today, who were you following? Because there's a bunch up there a little
Well,
bit.
I was just kind of getting the leaders.
Okay. So
Fred
Couples and Bernhard
Sluman.
Langer and Jeff Sluman.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. So it's anybody's guess which photo we'll see of yours tomorrow.
Yes.
Along with JR's story, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thanks, Brad.
All right.
That was Rocco Mediate, who was leading after the first day. 16 under, he played with Tom Lehman, who just sunk a nice putt here on the 18th, who is 13 under. And the leaders are, got a couple holes left, and they are 18 under. That would be Bernhard Langer, Fred Couples, and Jeff Sluman.
I have a whole bunch of people who's not. Yeah, there's nobody that's just not. Why didn't he just run it in? Okay, we'll just talk to him here so he's got to wait.
So Sluman would be 19 under then, huh?
Yeah, it's totally arbitrary. I'm just going to take him in. You cannot show me where the boundary between the first shot and the green. That's right. You can't discern it.
Steve Elkington. Steve
Longer birdie, 21 under.
And there's Jeff Sluman, 9 under, and I just heard that Longer had a birdie and 21 under.
A run there with 31 on the front, and you actually took the lead.
Jeff Sluman.
Let's sort of go through the round. Bernhard's a couple ahead of you right now. We don't know what's going to happen, but still a nice performance.
Well, frankly, it's a great way to start the year. You always come in the first tournament not knowing really what you have. We haven't played competitively in over 2 months, and I spent most of those 2 months in Chicago, so I got no golf in. So to come over here and honestly play as well as I did tee green, I put a new set of TaylorMade irons
Jeff
in
Sluman.
that I had never played in my life. I hadn't played a TaylorMade iron, and I can honestly tell you, shame on me for not playing them sooner. They were spectacular. I just hit one good iron shot after another and drove the ball really well. Putted it good. I mean, to shoot 19 under, you got to do a lot of things well. Looks like that's not going to quite be enough, but when I get on the plane tonight, I'm going to say I had a heck of a tournament. Didn't lose it. Maybe somebody played a little better.
Was there any real highlights? You made 5 birdies in the front. Were there any long putts in there?
Not really. First hole I had it in there 3 feet. 2 was about 15 feet. 6 I made it from 4 feet. 7 from a foot, and 9 from about 6 foot. So, as I said, the iron shots were pretty bueno on those, and I hit just hit good shot after good shot. So I can take a lot to the next tournament, knowing that I'm swinging pretty well, and the irons are best I've ever had, and we'll go from there.
Did I hear JR say you're on your 80th consecutive event?
80th. I'm the Iron Man.
You're chasing Dana, huh?
Well, I'm not chasing Dana. No, he's a maniac, but that streak will end this year. Because I'm not playing the senior British. There you go.
And last year I mentioned to you about Chip Dawson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was his very first paycheck account 35 years ago. Do you still see Chip?
I don't see him, no, but thinking about him.
Yeah, it's been nice. I always get a kick out of seeing you carrying his banner.
Okay, Bart.
All right, thank you.
Take care. Nicely done.
Wait around. Good playing.
Yeah, I think Bernhard's one ahead. He must have made another one.
Yeah, he birdied 6 feet. Yeah.
Things are starting to wrap up here. We got the leaders coming in. Jeff Sluman just came in at 19 under, but that doesn't look like it's going to hold up. Looks like Bernhard Langer at 21 or 22 under. This is Mark O'Meara and David Frost. O'Meara 15 under coming into the 18th, and Frost 16 under.
He makes this. Driver
That was Mark O'Meara. David Frost. And Mark O'Meara. He was one of the leaders going into today. So everybody's getting ready for the ceremonies here. There's Mike Stevens, the president of the Champions Tour, right there. I haven't seen him all week. He must have just arrived. The rules, the guys from the rules, PGA Rules Committee. David Frost and his family. Everybody there's I think the head of Mitsubishi, or the representative from Mitsubishi right there. Mitsubishi Electric. What a nice job everybody does. It'll be a beautiful ceremony with the Nani Lim, Hualalai, Kahu Billy Mitchell. And there's a lot of the crew from Hualalai Club. John Freitas, who's the general manager, and Matt, one of the pros, and Dakota, and Pat Fitzgerald, and a whole gang of them out there getting ready to go down. Brendan Moynihan, Jeff Sluman. He was happy with his round, but a few more. He was 19 under, but he felt pretty good about his round for the year end.
The standing, Brett had a 5 on that. The standing on the tee on the left, just as David feels about it.
Bernhard Langer and Fred Couples. Bernhard Langer and Fred Couples coming up the 18th, on the 18th green. Fred Couples. See their plotting there. This is that was Bernhard Langer, and I think he just had 5 birdies, so he would have parred the 18th here. So there's our winner, Bernhard Langer. He's going to be a happy guy. Billy Mitchell with the Nani Lim Halau coming out to entertain. Fred Couples.
Good job, Fred.
Good job.
Good game. How about
all right. Congratulations. Yeah. There's David Marr down there interviewing Bernhard. And Kahu Billy Mitchell, Nani Lim Halau. Nice week, Brian.
Make sure the motor is. We're gonna load them. Yeah, we did. Format the dish. Yeah.
Jeff Smith. Jeff's a Big Islander. Works with ESPN. And
There's so many cameras on the last group.
Casey, you got any?
Yeah, I've been hiding now, but yeah, definitely next year. Here we go. Yeah, let me try and format this thing first. Terry, you have one extra ball.
Did you sign my card?
Since last night.
Niners got it inside the 20. Through the interception.
That's what I heard.
That's good. Yeah, the Weller's exciting. Yeah, a lot of turnovers. That's why they had it down there. Good work. All right, here you go. Pick a color. Bernard. Wow, you guys doing real quick before you get on there. The best hat's right here, though. Standard bear right here. Oh, not that one. This yours? Yeah. This sweaty thing? Terry, Standard Bear. Congratulations on your win. Thank you. We win. Thank you. Just a great performance. All right, he's got some. Just talk about. Give her yours. First of all, and then about the 5 birdies. Give her some here.
Well, first of all, it's great to meet up with you again after, this last 4 or 5 months last year where I had a lot of chances and couldn't do it, or didn't do it, and other people, play great golf. But today I played very well. Putter was a bit cold earlier on. Had a 3-putt on 7 after 2 beautiful wood shots in there, or metal shots, and missed a number of other opportunities, and then really, started playing fantastic the last 6 holes with 5 birdies in the last 6. And the last hole I might have birdied, but I played away from the flag, knowing I had a 3-shot lead, so there's no point of taking the bunker on. And so, very pleased and very blessed to, have the score that I shot and to win the first tournament of the 2014 season.
Did you find something in the putting stroke, or did you do anything different? Because you were missing just by a little bit early on.
Yeah, that was it. I didn't feel I was making bad strokes. So it was just either misreading him slightly or maybe pulling and pushing a little bit. But I really didn't. I told Terry, my caddy, I felt like I was stroking the ball well, and I just didn't make anything.
Great, congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy
Could
for
you
you.
just run through the details on the 5 birdie run there? 13
was driver and a lob wedge to about 8 feet. Then 14 was 3-wood and a perfect second shot 3-wood, 2 putts from 35 feet. And then 15 was driver 8-iron to about 7 feet. 16 was driver 8-iron to about 6 feet. 17 was 7-iron to about 12 feet.
Okay. All right. One thing I got to ask you.
Yep.
XM is going to want to talk to you probably on Tuesday because you're traveling tomorrow, right?
I'm traveling Tuesday.
You're traveling
I'm
Tuesday?
leaving tomorrow night, and I'll be traveling most of Tuesday.
Can they call you at any time tomorrow here?
It's my 30th anniversary. Okay. I wasn't planning on doing anything but spending the day with my wife.
Okay.
Okay. Nice touch. Nice touch. Brian Going, tournament director at the PGA Championship Management.
You just give me a time that you'd be available, and if they can call you, that's fine, because they got shows going on all the time.
I mean, we could do it Tuesday. I'm in Phoenix for about an hour.
Hey, Dave. I mean, Phil, come on. Vicky, let's get you guys down
here. Terry, give me this, please. I'll do it.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Hey, Terry, congratulations. Hey, Jeff. It's every year. It's nice to see you. Good. It's so nice to see you. Let me get a hug from you. Hi. Great. How have you been? Great. Good. I see Jay all the time, but...
Here on the Champions Tour, 3-time Player of the Year. I think want us to Dark to run through his resume and his victories. So I'm going to turn it over to the first of those. That's the president of the Champions Tour, Mike Stevens.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. I had to manhandle Vicky here because she said she didn't want to talk. So you want to say a few words while you're I mean, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. As I've said a number of times this week, this is a perfect way to start our season. We've done it for so many years. And it takes a lot of people who do a lot of hard work, and many of them are standing right behind me here. But first and foremost, I want to thank KT, Mr. Shimamura, and all the executives who are representing the Mitsubishi Electric family of companies. Thank you so much for your support. We couldn't do it without you. Fantastic partner. Sponsor of our event in Atlanta, Georgia, and not just a great sponsor, but also great friends of ours, so thank you very much. Also, I want to thank the members and the folks from Hualalai Resort, Pat Fitzgerald and John Freitas. Thank you so much for your hospitality. We always feel like kings and queens when we come here, and we never want to leave. And I don't know how many phone calls you get next week about all of us wanting to stay late, but I hope you don't mind. And Robert Whitfield, where's Robert? Right there. Are we allowed to stay longer, Robert? And we can still get the player rate out here, is that right? Okay, great, fantastic. But thank you so much to them. Again, we get treated so well here, it's unbelievable. We love to come here and we don't want to leave. And I've said this on a few times. If you've never been here before, you need to come. And if you've been here before, you need to come back because it's one of the greatest resorts in the country. So thank you both very much. Thank Superintendent Dan Hussick and Director of Golf Maintenance Earl Sanders. Thank you, gentlemen, for a great job. We have hundreds of volunteers out here this week, and you need leadership in order to do your job right. And I want to thank our volunteer chairs, Larry Webb and Chris Hazard, and all of the volunteers who've come out to help us this week. Thank you so much. And there are a couple of guys that don't really get the credit. They work very hard year-round to make this thing happen, to make it look like it's so easy and it comes off so perfectly. Gentleman to my left, Brian Goen, and Kelly Fleer. Where's Kelly? Tournament Director Kelly Fleer right here. Thank you so much. Brian, Kelly, and the entire championship management staff. Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me turn it back to Dave, and we'll talk to our champion here and give away a few little goodies.
A wonderful job in keeping this facility playable and scoreable for these players. And before we get to talk to Bernhard too quickly, a real friend of this championship, of the Champions Tour as well. He's the CEO of the U.S. Portion of Mitsubishi's Electric's group of companies. It's Katsuya Takamiya. We call him KT, and we call him Frank. KT.
Aloha, everyone. It's nice to be back to Hualalai every January. I'll make my comment very short. On behalf of Mitsubishi Electric Corporation and Mitsubishi Electric U.S. group of companies, I would like to thank everyone who made this great event possible. Thank you so much for your tremendous support. We are extremely happy with our relationship with the Champions Tour and being the title sponsor of this great event. And I would like to continue this partnership as long as possible. Now let me recognize Bernhard Langer's second victory at our event. Many congratulations, Mr. Langer. And again, thank you everyone. Mahalo, arigatou gozaimashita.
Thank you very much, KT. We've been honored by KT's presence year after year here at the Mitsubishi Electric Championship. This year, very special though. The chairman is with us, Chairman Shimamura, and he's here to present the trophy. Sir.
Champion.
Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, your two-time winner of this Mitsubishi Electric Championship, Bernhard Langer. Okay, what everyone may not know is the beginning of the week actually was Thursday, playing in the Pro-Am on the 9th hole. Bernhard putting his hand in his pocket, felt a little twinge in his thumb. It got worse and worse, couldn't play after the 12th hole. Bart Bryant came in and filled in as far as his Pro-Am was concerned. Friday, still not feeling very well. Had dinner with him last night. He was playing with it all throughout dinner. I didn't bring that up to him, wondering if he was massaging it or whatever. I think whatever he did last night worked out, but Bernhard, let's start with the priorities. 5 years ago, you were here with your wonderful daughter, Jackie. Vicky was at home taking care of Jason. You won on your 25th anniversary. What does it feel like to win your second, just 1 day short of your 30th?
Well, it doesn't get much better, Dave, especially with the trouble I had in the Pro-Am, and my thumb started aching really bad, and I had surgery on the same thumb 3 years ago, so I was a little worried, but I had some good advice and good treatment from the physiotherapist that travels with us. Took some anti-inflammatory and a lot of prayer, and I was able to finish Friday, and you know, I was in pain, but I played a decent round, and then it got better and better as the weekend went on. So I'm very pleased to be able to finish the tournament and finish the way I did is even more fun, obviously, especially with some of the heartbreaks I had at the end of last year. I think I was leading 10 or 12 of the last tournaments. At some stage, second or third round, I was in the lead and didn't win one of them. So I'm glad I got over that hurdle, and it's a new year, and hopefully an even better one than 2013. But you know, to lift this trophy and to be here with so many friends, and then to celebrate my 30th anniversary tomorrow is extremely special. I also want to mention a couple of friends, the Clappers from Seattle. They gave up watching the Seahawks today just to be with me and cheer me on. So thank you for your support. And also JR, he's having a hard time walking, but he was out there as much as he could. So JR, thanks for your support. And I certainly don't want to forget my caddy, Terry. He's one of the hardest working men you'll ever meet. Terry, you're awesome. Thank you for being on my side the whole time.
Fantastic job. I'm going to have to throw in there a thanks on Bernhard's part also to whoever is the chef here at Hualalai. He went back, I'm going to turn him in. Second round of desserts last night. Yeah, I mean, exactly. The guy looks like he's 18 years old. Really doesn't make me happy, but fantastic. Coming back to Hualalai, each year, year in, year out, obviously you've done it all of your Champions Tour years. What does it mean to you to start the year here, and what does it mean to start this year with a win?
It's as soon as we win a tournament, so it's to me, anybody. The first thing we say is we get to go to Hualalai, we got to be at the Mitsubishi Electric Championship, and it doesn't get any better. It's a little bit downhill from here on in, even though we have a lot of great tournaments coming up. So I want to thank Mitsubishi, obviously, Mr. Shimamura-san, for being here this year, and KT. We're almost like family. I think, you know, we only spend a few days together, but I feel really close to you, and obviously Casey and your whole team. It feels like one big family year after year. We sit in the hot tub and enjoy and tell stories together and just have a wonderful time. So thank you so much for your tremendous support and for bringing us here every year. We look forward to it, and hopefully to many more years. Domo arigato.
Charter member of Casey Hot Tub Club and wonderful two-time champion, Bernhard Langer. Now there's a word in Hawaiian called mana, which is your spirit. And he may be from Germany, may live now in Boca Raton, but this man has that aloha spirit of caring, graciousness, sportsmanship, and just a wonderful person to be around. You've got a worthy champion here for the second time on that trophy. Bernhard Langer next year going to try and become the first three-time winner of this Mitsubishi Electric Championship. Congratulations. That's going to conclude our trophy presentation. Thank you all for coming, and I hope you let us come back next year. It's our favorite week of the year, no doubt.
So that wraps it up here at the Mitsubishi Electric Championship in Hualalai. Nice setting, nice crowd, beautiful weather, really nice champion. It was a great event. Hey, how are you? Aloha. And this is Jay Radzadvitz, who's walking down there. He's with the Learning Center with the Golf Channel. Does a real nice job. So now they'll be taking pictures with Bernhardt with the trophy. This week?
Yes.
And where's your home? Do you live on the island here?
Tacoma.
Tacoma. All right. Well, you sure left us some aloha here this week with your smile and your enthusiasm. You made a lot of friends, didn't you?
It's Jeffrey. Your mom and dad. Where's your mom and dad?
What?
Let's go.
It's a mocha.
No more, the golf is all over.
Thank you for giving me the football scores before. I appreciate it very much.
Oh, he's just
because I had so many golfers asking me what the score was. So thank you very much. That was really nice of you.
Going to the Super Bowl.
I know.
It's a golf was
Seattle and Denver, right?
It's a golf.
Anybody in particular?
The winner.
Oh, did you follow Bernhardt? Yeah. Did you catch him out?
No, I cut my foot.
Oh, you did?
So I wasn't able to go out.
Oh, bummer.
Try to get an autograph, and I'm headed to the hospital.
Did you get? Oh, you gonna go get stitches?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think it might be glass in there.
Well, I hope you're okay.
We'll see.
Way to go. That's the flag, isn't it? Or did he give him the stick? Oh, he kept the flag. And
Thanks for being here.
yeah, aloha.
Yeah.
John and Pat Fitzgerald. John, general manager of the Hualalai Club. Chris and Larry Webb and all of them. Way to go, you guys. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
so
very,
much.
very beautiful.
Thank you so much.
It's wonderful for the Big Island.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
great.
you.
It's the big cheese.
Yeah. Yeah. They do a nice job, don't they?
Yeah, they love this whole thing.
All right.
Screw up the camera, did you?
Well, that was a nice finish, huh, John?
That was awesome. Absolutely awesome.
That was fun.
A year at Hualalai.
Yeah.
Goes into this.
Johnny, that was awesome.
Thanks for what you do. Thanks for
thanks for what you
tolerating
do.
our presence running around.
You guys do such a great job, man. It makes it really, really easy from a user standpoint to know that you guys are here.
So that
Impressive though, and then Bernhardt's such a great champion.
Oh yeah, and you know what? What I loved was that he acknowledged his caddy. His caddy is a hard worker.
He is. He's out here all by himself going around.
All the time.
Any of the caddies doing that.
Yeah.
This cable's going to be coming out from underneath you right here.
Hey, Mike. Emily. Gail, before you take off, can I say hello?
Sure, absolutely. Been busy this week?
Yeah, it's been a great week. We've gotten a lot of good. We'll have a lot of shows out of it. And Mike Stevens, president of the Champions Tour, and last year I was talking with Jay Don, saying, "Oh, there's one new event." He said, "No, 2 more events." So you've really done a marvelous job of bringing some more events on board and sponsors. And
it's been great. The economy's turning around a little bit for us, and when you have we've gone through the challenges that we had, and then you start to see it loosen up a little bit. It's certainly going to open up some opportunities, and that's what's happened. And Champions Tour is strong and viable right now, and we're just going to keep making it as big as we possibly can.
20, how many events? 20?
26.
26, and nice to see. I'm from Detroit, so nice to see the automobile companies getting a little more involved throughout the tour.
They're coming back. Insurance is coming back, and it's just really, you're just seeing a kind of a renewed spirit and a renewed interest. It's not like it was before. We still have some challenges ahead of us, but it's certainly getting a lot easier than it was a few years ago, that's for sure.
Yeah, and have you been here all week?
I have.
Yeah, and you had the awards with on Wednesday night, Kenny Perry getting his award. And
we've been kind enough to allow us to do our annual awards here every year. And so Kenny Perry won Player of the Year after just a fantastic season last year, and Bernhard Langer and Freddie Couples and Rocco Mediate were all award winners. So it's the cream of the crop.
And 41 players this year. That shows the breadth of the Champions Tour. The first year it was 17 players.
That's right.
Okay.
We had 4 first-time players this year come to Hualalai, which is obviously always a treat. We always tell them that it's a tremendous experience, and they never believe us. But the minute they get off the airplane and pull into these gates and get on this fabulous golf course right here, they understand exactly what
I was in Detroit
about.
when Roger Chapman won in the PGA Championship and saw him, and Kathy was like, "Oh, we're going to Hualalai, and it's so nice they're coming back for 3 more years."
Well, he's happy too, because we're heading back to Harbor Shores.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I'm going to try to get back.
Winning 2 majors in a year, that's quite a feat.
Only 3 other players have done that?
That's it.
Hale Irwin, Nicholas, and Gary Player, I think.
Gary Player,
Well, Mike Stevens, president of the Champions Tour, it's just a delight that Mitsubishi is giving such a longevity to this tournament. MasterCard did a great job. They need to be acknowledged for the great foundation they created.
But Mitsubishi Electric picked right up.
Took it to a next level. The high-end scoreboards, everything.
Yeah, and we're lucky too, because Mitsubishi not only is a sponsor of ours here, but they also sponsor our event in Atlanta, Georgia, the Gwinnett County Championship, and then we have them as our scoreboard sponsors as well. So they're with us every step of the way and added a lot to our success.
Yeah, they do great things for this big island of Hawaii with the money that's raised, getting close to $1 million now. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Mike.
All right, Emma.
Mike Stevens,
thanks.
Aloha. I remember when you played in your first pro-am out here, John DeFries.
And took home the crystal.
You did, and you were almost like a new golfer then, and you won the tournament.
And it's all been downhill since.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, but it's been enjoyable. Congratulations to Hualalai.
Yeah, they've done a nice legacy here.
And the players love it. And what's not to love?
Yeah, I remember that day so well, though. You were so excited. So, John, everything's well?
Everything's good.
Yeah.
Everything's good.
You just always share so much with everything that you do, and nice things happening down at Hokulea.
Things are turning around there,
Yeah, great.
It'll be good for the community and good for the people that bought there.
Yep.
It's a great golf course.
Okay, always good to see you.
You take care.
What first year? 99, one hole, or because the media room was over there, just the row of condos. And now what, 300 residents?
Okay, they were going, my involvement.
That was before you were here, right?
Started in 99, but 96, I think is when it started.
Yeah, unbelievable. We got a great, it's not even a resort now, it's a community. No, it's really a family of...
Look at this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw when you see the coverage on TV.
Yeah.
I've been getting calls and emails from all over the country going, "That's where you live?"
Yeah.
I go, we're so fortunate and grateful and appreciative.
And this is where you started learning to play golf.
Absolutely. Still working on that.
I was just saying to John, I remember him playing his first pro-am with you. You guys won it, I think.
We so the first program I played my entire life, I played with Jack Nicklaus.
Okay.
That was right here, who designed the course, so how does it get better than that?
Yeah.
This year we played with Mark Wiebe and Bart Bryant, who are both a couple of real gentlemen.
Uh-huh.
We had ourselves just an absolute scream. Last year I played with John Cook, so I told everybody, I gave him a couple tips, and he wins.
Oh,
kind of thing.
wow.
But, what a special event.
You know, just say a few words about how special it is that Tom, Watson, and Hillary are residents here, so involved in the community, president of the Ryder Club this year. What a nice thing for the Big Island to kind of call them our own.
We couldn't have better neighbors. I mean, they're such great ambassadors. They're such wonderful people. But they've completely immersed themselves in the Hualalai culture and the community. They love the ocean. They're out paddling. They get competitive on our annual regattas and things like this. But every time I see them when they're here, they have the biggest smiles going. We just absolutely love it here. I remember when I had the first time to meet them, and Tom said, obviously I've traveled the world, through my professional career. When it came time for us to have a, quote, second home, there was only one place we considered, and that was here at Hualalai.
So that's Tom Watson talking about why he wanted to be at Hualalai.
That says it all. So I watched him for a while today, and he's still unbelievable. He does a little clinic for the members each year, which we all attend, and I always play better golf for a week or two after I watched Tom, but they're just wonderful to be able to call neighbors.
You've moved a lot of property over the last couple of years, huh?
He's a great ambassador for us, but we couldn't be happier to just have him part of our community.
And everything good out here at Hualalai. I mean, in terms of the numbers, you all are moving a lot of real estate.
We're very fortunate on how the market perceives us, but it's for all the right reasons.
Yeah. Well, Rob Kildow, longtime friend and just a really good guy. And are both of you still playing? You and your wife?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
And you're riding your bike every morning still?
I'm riding 2 or 3 times a week, so I'm trying to stay on it.
And Rob doesn't just ride; he is a rider.
Emily, you've been a great friend and a great advocate for Wally, so thank you too.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thanks, Rob. Nice to see you. Tell us a little bit about the.
It was designed for the Mitsubishi tournament.
Absolutely,
by local artists with the fish hook.
With the cultural and the Hawaiiana to it. I can't remember how long ago that was, but that was a nice change.
There you go. Here you can see.
Okay, so Hale Irwin, I remember when Hale won the first year. He's a 2-time winner, a great friend to Hawaii, Hale Irwin. And then a lot of names on there that we all have a lot of fun watching win. And what's your name?
Kalai.
Hi, Kalai. Aloha.
Aloha.
Nice feeling to be carrying that before Bernhard takes it back to Germany or wherever, or does it stay here?
This one stays here.
Oh, it does. So where is it?
It's going to be up at the grill for now, and then it goes to the club shop.
Oh, does it?
Stays here all year, and this is a perpetual one, and they get one just like it at home.
Just their own. Okay. Well, great. Thanks for taking the time.
Take care.
Aloha.
Good job, man. Yeah, it's all right. You deserve it.
I tell you, Terry. That's an understatement. He says one of the hardest workers. Been watching you for years, and it's a great watching your partnership. Yeah, great.
Oh yeah, every other year.
Cheering me on.
Oh, did you get a nice signature on there? Oh, look at that.
Autograph.
Wow. Did you have fun today? You got the best seat in the house right there. Absolutely. Great. Aloha.
Aloha.
Glad you did because I wasn't so sure.
You're always one of my last people.
Already?
So, hey, look in that lay.
Thanks. What a great time it was here. Always is here in Hualalai. Always on the Big Island. When you get a champion like Bernhard Langer playing the way he did here on Sunday, it was really a wonderful thing to watch.
And I just listening to him yesterday. He's so passionate. And such a competitor, but such a friendly, fun competitor.
Friendly, fun. The word that springs to my mind about him all the time is decent. He's a decent man. He's a decent competitor. He's a gentleman between the ropes. He is truly the kind of guy that I think that this game really embraces. And it's interesting to me because he fell for golf so early. 8 years old, he's caddying and riding his bike 4 miles each way so he can caddy some and learn the game at a golf course near his house.
In Germany?
In Germany, and he ends up, his family decides they want to take him to a better school than he was in, and so he purposely failed math and English so they couldn't get into the new school because it was further away from a golf course than he was originally, wouldn't be able to go to the golf course anymore. So he and his brother out there caddying, all the caddies sharing 4 clubs, including a bent putter, From there, 15 years old, he turns assistant pro, knows exactly what he wants to do. He's a consummate golfer, a consummate friend of the game, and just a guy who you can be proud of when you point to him and say, that's a guy who's a part of the game that I love so much.
And I love the partnership he has with his caddy, Terry. And speaking of consummate, Dave Marr III, you are the consummate color analyst, everything. You just, you have so many stories and things that you put out there for us all to learn more about the players rather than their stats.
I'm the consummate range rat, son of a PGA Tour professional who landed in the perfect job. I don't know how I got so blessed, but it is my pleasure and privilege to be out here doing this.
And I feel blessed to have gotten to know you, Dave.
My pleasure.
So, aloha.
Aloha. See you in 51 weeks.
Okay.
Thanks.
They're all in working or in school, or the little guy's on a missions trip in the Bahamas. All right, where's Vicky?
She went to get something. She's coming right back.
Bernhard, I love that you acknowledge Terry because I agree with you. I've watched you two for years. He is such a hard worker. And
He sure is.
Always love it when the
morning till night.
players acknowledge their caddy. That's a very nice touch.
Yeah.
Great.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
See you next year. Aloha.
He works hard.
Yeah.
Aloha.
Yeah.
Enjoy your stay.
Yeah, we will.
Do they go to
the Oasis?
There they go. Two good-looking guys that really know what they're doing. Joe Smith and Jay Red Zevitz. Day. Busy?
Going.
Do you kind of have the feeling at the end of the week like it's been okay, but it's okay if it's over? Tired, long days?
Oh, there's never a slow or a done day.
Yeah.
Always going.
Oh, I like that attitude.
It's been a good
Great.
week, though.
What's your name?
I'm Peter.
Hi, Peter. Aloha. I'm Emily.
Aloha.
That was nice. You know what I liked? I saw Brian give you the high sign, the music, but it really segued in there very nicely.
Well, thank
You guys are getting better at it every year in terms of the volume and everything, right? Imagine you have a few meetings on that.
Yeah, maybe a few.
But I thought it blended in very nicely, where you could still hear, talking, and glad there wasn't a playoff, so that we all got to see the Hualalai.
Yeah, it was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, great. Okay, thanks,
Thank
Peter. They're all gathered and just chit-chatting a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. Very happy. He's head of Mitsubishi right there. Very nice. Dismantling now, that's a big chore in itself. The guy's pulling off the Charles Schwab sign. And some art to all of it. There's the final. Bernhard Langer, the winner of the Mitsubishi Electric Championship 2014. It was a great tournament. All 3 days, real low scores. There was no wind, but still very competitive. At one point, there were 3 of them that were 18 under. There was Langer, Jeff Sluman, and Fred Couples. And then Bernhard had 5 birdies in a row. So they're all start to break down their equipment. Towers will start coming down. Yeah, one of them. So, and then Bernhard and his caddy and some friends kind of wrapping up the day. It's his 30th anniversary tomorrow, or Tuesday. And there he goes, the champion of the 2014 Mitsubishi Electric Championship, Bernhard Langer. What a competitor he is. Has been for years. So how long does it take you to break everything down? The towers and everything?
A couple hours today and a couple hours tomorrow.
Oh, so you'll be here for, get a few hours of leisure time?
A little bit.
Here on the Big Island?
Yeah.
And then where are you off to next?
I'm off to Russia.
Really?
Yeah, for the Olympics.
For the Olympics?
Pro Bowl.
Oh, wow. And to the Pro Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tough life, huh?
Yeah. And, but I mean, it's a lot of work, isn't it?
It's a lot more work than people think, actually.
That's what I always try to say. There's so much more. The early mornings and on the go and.
Yeah, and people want to see like when it's like a massive hurricane type thing, and and we're there doing all of our stuff, and nobody realizes that they think it's always like this.
Yeah.
And it's not always.
You know, that's a really good point, because all you got to do is just watch. I think about that all the time. How often you see people with rain gear on and everything else. You know.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great, but there's moments where it's like, this is the side of it that people don't see.
Exactly. I was so happy that our Aloha Swing, all 3 events had good weather.
Yes.
Because it was just great in terms of the messages out all over the world, you know, and the pictures and everything.
Yeah,
and
I was at all 3, so.
So you know, because you've been through some tough times at Kapalua over the last couple of years.
Last year was rough.
Yeah.
But everything was good
Good.
this year.
Well, enjoy Russia. And what's your name?
Chris Nesky.
Chris Netsky and
Jason Berry.
hey Jason, aloha, Emily, T. Gail, take care. All right. So this.
JJ Company, I gotta take Ashton for a ride. Look at, he's got all the guest badges.
That's not a grandson, is it?
Yep.
Really? So Kelly Flair, tournament manager. Last thoughts? You still got a lot of work to do yet, breaking down, but.
No, I'm taking them for a cart ride, so I might as well pull rope at the
So the week was beautiful, and look at that beautiful sunset, beautiful ceremonies, a great champion.
Yeah, it was.
Nice crowds.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Bernhard Langer is Casey Blanchard's favorite player. She's the senior vice president of Mitsubishi Electric. And he's a gentleman and a wonderful man. So.
And he's such a competitor, but he has fun doing it. He shares that. You really feel it. Yeah.
Great.
Okay, Kelly.
Hall of Famer.
We will see you later. Aloha. So at Hualalai, at historic Kaupulehu, the Mitsubishi Electric Championship at Hualalai. On the Kohala Coast on the Big Island of Hawaii.